Soft and fun. Today I'm unpacking the Soft Pastels from Hippie Crafter. I'll show you these pastels in action, share what I like and don't like, plus watch to the end for a bonus tip on how to keep your soft pastel art safe and last longer. First, let's look at the packaging, which is so important for soft pastels. As a medium, they are prone to breaking and making messes. I like that the pastels come in a protective box that slides out of the outside sleeve, plus the cardboard cover holding the pastels in place. All this should help prevent breakage. They say this packaging makes them portable, but I prefer to keep soft pastels in the studio. Now, let's see these pastels in action. So there are three criteria I have for soft pastels in my studio. First, are the colors vibrant? I need to know that these colors are going to help my art stand out. Dull colors just won't work. And pastel sticks should be one of the most vibrant options. That's because they are pure powdered pigment held together loosely with a binder. So they have a very high pigment concentration. And I will say, these pastels definitely are vibrant. I love those rich, strong greens and yellow in the background. They practically jump off the page. Side note, if you play with messy art mediums like pastels, definitely use a mall stick to keep your hand from smudging the colors everywhere. If you want to add any of these art supplies and pastels to your studio, I'll put their links in the video description for you. The second requirement I have for soft pastels: are they blendable? Sure, these colors are vibrant, but can I make more colors by blending them? If you notice, I use paintbrushes to blend and smudge the colors together. I'm forcing them to blend to make sure the colors play well together and allow me to increase my color palette. Sometimes I think of them as a barely solid type of paint, hence the paintbrushes. These soft pastels are definitely blending well. From the dark blue mixing with the green in the background to all the colors I use in the fur, these colors are playing together well. I particularly enjoy how that dark blue blends with the dark brown to push the shadows in the fur to make a rich, intense hue. And if you're feeling inspired by this video, be sure to tap that like button. Also, leave a comment and say hello. The third criteria I have for soft pastels is, can they layer? Okay, this might sound contradictory. I just said I wanted them to blend together. Now I'm saying I want them to layer on top of each other. But hear me out. This is about being able to create texture and highlights, especially on the dog's fur. After I'm done blending the base colors together, I want to know I can go back and add more color in quick dashes or lines to create that fur texture and get a strong sense of movement. In the background, I applied the pastels in small circles to enhance blendability, but now I want individual colors to stand out. I'll admit, it's a balancing act between blending and layering colors, but overall these pastels seem to be layering very well. Especially where I push the shadows and highlights, you can see the colors working in layering. The white for the extreme highlights and the dark blue and black in the darkest areas. These pastels can definitely layer. Two things I'm not very fond of is, first, they don't label the colors individually. This isn't a deal breaker for me, but when I plan out my color palettes, I like to have exact colors for future reference. Of course, I understand it would be difficult to label soft pastel sticks. Also, just the nature of soft pastels are very messy. They break and can create lots of pigment dust. They claim that the wrapper on the pastels help keep your hands clean. But let's be honest, if you use soft pastels, you're gonna get a little messy. And that leads me to the bonus tip for using soft pastels. Yes, they are messy and smudge easily. If you want to keep your pastel art safe, then use a fixative spray on your final drawing. One of the most popular fixatives is the Krylon Fixative Spray. It will prevent smudging, but be careful. Too much spray can dull those vibrant colors. So overall, these pastel sticks are fantastic. They are vibrant, they blend, and they layer. Yes, they lack individual labels and can be messy, but they are gorgeous and very fun to use. That's it for today. Check out more art mediums in my playlist all about art supplies. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next video. And as always, stay creative!